Alright guys, on the 88 here, I installed this. Now obviously I've got to uninstall this and trim it a little bit, but I went ahead, this is a factory piece here that set this straight over top of that so that I can put a regular, regular air cleaner on this sucker. So like I said, now all I gotta do is trim this so that fit flush, and there we go. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Alright, got our gauges hooked up, got our Freon from Walmart, which is the cheapest place to find it, in this small container anyway. Then you have this converters, because these new ones have like a rubber thing in there, so you had to buy this. I just have the load side hook up because we're just going to add in a little bit of Freon because it's just a little bit low. I've already added some to see if it works and everything. I didn't have much, but I added it and it worked fine. So, oh, and here's these LED lights that I'm putting in everywhere because the interior lights aren't working, but I've got them wired in and we'll get it all straight. So what we'll do is go ahead and start it up. We'll turn AC on, make sure it's front vent. We'll turn AC full blast. Now these little clips are supposed to tell us when it's ready to go. So we'll see if it does. Right now it is not cold. Compressor's not kicking in. We'll open this. Now that's open, but slowly open this. About a quarter turn or so. Pressures are jumping up. We'll turn this. Freon, we'll go ahead and open this all the way. Now you can see our compressor's kicking in. We'll continue to add until it stays on. We got plugs, got the little corner lights, brake pedal cover, and the crank for the window. I have been messing with some wiring down here. I did finally get some light up there. I did run a little stick-on light, but got to mess with the wiring a little bit more. I got all the dash lights working, got your radio in. The only thing that's not working is the blinkers, and then the brake lights I'm going to have to mess with a little bit because they stick. They don't return up all the way, so we'll figure that out. But as far as everything else, we're going to get this installed today. Get this seat out of here. It's not bolted down yet. Get all this carpet cleaned up. Put the seat back in, bolt it down. Give the truck a good wash. Get all this out. Get the new tire put on the matching wheel. And we're gonna call it for sale. Let's change these spark plugs. So far, they're not that bad. A little rusty. Moto crap ring. We're going back with some AC Delcos. Alright, after getting them all out, none of them looked that bad, honestly. A little rust up top, but that's nothing major. None of them are fouled out real bad or anything.
No oil. One thing I did notice is the two that are hardest to get out are AC Delcos. So I'm gonna assume that when they replaced it all with these Motorcrafts, that they couldn't get them two out and just left them in there. But whatever, they're all replaced now with brand new AC Delco ones, and we'll fire it up and see how it does.
Got all the carpet sprayed down and waiting to vacuum. See if we can't get some of these stains out of here. I don't have too high hopes. All right, here it goes.
Sounds good. Didn't really sound bad before though, so.
All right, got it back apart. Let's get these new parts on and see how it looks. Clear to amber. This was the cheapest place, or Amazon's the cheapest place I found a set of these. So here we go. And I will have to find. Alright guys, 1988 C1500. Got the seats out, carpet out, insulation out. We're going to go ahead and rewire up all the speakers, rewire the light up top, get all this cleaned up. This carpet I think is beyond saving, so we'll let this dry out. Hopefully we can save that. This carpet, we're going to go ahead and paint it with interior spray paint. It's like you spray seats and other stuff with it, I guess. But anyway, like that stain right there and stuff, it's not going to come out. So we'll vacuum it again to get it all the dust off of it, and then we're going to paint it. We're going to paint it black. It'll kind of match the seats there. So then we'll try that, and if that don't work, I guess we'll buy a new carpet to replace it with. All right, there's one can, which you could tell, pretty big difference. This isn't gonna look perfect, and I know I'm gonna do another coat, but I think it's gonna come out much better, and then a pretty close match to seats, so it's gonna look much better than this. Man, I'm surprised how good that looks. I think it looks good anyway. We'll wait till it dries and everything, do some more coats if needed, and then we'll get it put back in and see how it looks. All right, talk about a pain in the butt. All this wiring under here, I thought it was a brake light switch causing brake lights not to work. See, I got it all tucked back up in there nice now, but I've had to go through every wire and retug, rehide, splice in new wiring, cut new wire, all that. Check everything with a multimeter, because and I still got to tuck this back in and everything. But this was one of the big reasons why tail lights, brake lights, and blinkers and all that were having issues. Just one of the reasons. There's also the brake light switch, the blinker switch. Got my good ground here, so I've got to get all this cleaned up, soldered back in, put back in where it's supposed to go, cleaned up. Like I said, this is for the license plate light. Yeah, so this is what was going on in the back here. I guess they were in a something for trailer lights, so I had to cut all that out. They just left it open and wires exposed and everything. It just wasn't, it's causing all kind of issues. So need to get all this cleaned out. Here's a tire rim that matches the others. As you can see, it's gone. But really all these tires are pretty junk, so we're going to do something else. This spare seems to be okay, so we're going to put this spare back up where it goes when we take it off. Yeah, see, this tire is junk. Barely holding even air. Also, something else I found on this truck.
I've got new shocks coming because these are gone. It just kind of bounces all around. Well, there it is. I think it looks a whole lot better. I'll do another quick video when I get it all back down, but fit back in there just fine. So anyway, there it is. Alright guys, we are done with the interior. This is my, well, it's a job I covered this thing. It was all cracked up. It's not perfect, but it's better. Got door panels all cleaned up, dash all clean. I think them carpets came out good. Got the interior light on in there now. Both window knobs are new. Got the Hearst shifter all shined up. It I think it came out much better than what it was. We'll do a walk around when we're all finished with the truck. Alright, back here on this truck again. This truck is turning out to be a whole lot of work. Got the oil done. Going back through it, looking at everything. Took the rear wheel off. I was going to check the brakes and everything. I went ahead and ran it all the way up under the truck. Transmission pan was held on, but barely. Went ahead and pulled the rear defrost cover off. We're going to refill that. And then I went to check the brakes, like I said. And there he is. Nothing there. So there's the line and everything. But they had taken everything off. So there's no rear brakes. So more parts to order, more stuff to work on. This truck is turned out to be a nightmare. But I've got the transmission pan bolted, tightened up. They put it looks like they put a new. Alright, so all these bolts right here were pretty much hand tight, and it just had fluid, and I've still got to tighten these back ones up, but you see where it's just seeping out of the seal. So I'll tighten them up in the back and get it sealed up. There's also, it's missing the cover there. And then for the exhaust, that is our problem. So to get our exhaust hooked back up, I bought a piece that will go in here, and what we'll do is I'll cut this and this or whatever I need to do to make it where it fits, and I've got 2 new clamps, and put our piece in. It's like a flex pipe, universal flex pipe, and it'll look good and it'll work good. So, but after all this truck's gonna be finished finally. It's needing quite a bit of work, but everything's pretty good so far. I'm not sure what they did with them brake lines or why they did that. Pretty dumb. It doesn't need it. They weren't rusted or anything. They're just, the wheel cylinders were probably leaking and they were just cheap or something. I don't know. This is that big dent. I've already started pulling on a little bit, but now I'm going to go ahead and use this PDR and try to pull it out some more. Nope. Alright, well, I'm done with it. I could keep pulling on it,
and it could probably get better, but that's good enough.